Can you laugh with your mouth closed? That sounds funny. Do it with your lips a little bit open. See what sounds like that.
Oh, it tickles my lips.
High five. We're giving advice to Reddit. We're giving advice to the internet. If you need advice, watch this video. We'll give you advice. Your wife doesn't like my daughter. Oh. That's not funny. I shouldn't laugh at that, but that's crazy.
I can maybe get some advice here.
Because you have a new wife. Your parents had a new wife.
Yeah, my dad did.
Or whatever.
Not anymore.
New wife doesn't like my daughter. I've been with my wife for about 5 years now, since my kid was 10. My daughter is now 15 and not doing well in school. She's failing a few classes and can get an attitude at times. Normal child.
15-year-old, yeah.
When she doesn't have an attitude, she's friendly and she's passing some classes with A's and B's like math and biology and band. She just doesn't like PE and Spanish. I've tried restricting her phone and giving her money incentives for raising her grades, but nothing has worked. My new wife absolutely dislikes her and has indicated she needs to go live with her mom full time or she's leaving. New wife is basically saying it's her or my kid. I get my kid needs work and I'm trying to get her to do chores and not have an attitude. I've made appointments with therapists to try and see if I can help, but my new wife isn't having it. She doesn't even want to try anymore. My kid is only 15 and I'm not gonna be able to throw her. This makes me sad. I cannot imagine the mental state of this poor guy having to write this. That sucks.
I'm contemplating divorcing my new wife.
Yeah.
Is that unreasonable?
No. Not even a little bit.
Because that's your blood.
Your child.
And then this is a completely replaceable person. Basically, that's being a f***ing asshole to your child, who is a hormonal teenager who's clearly acting like every single teenager I know, except for maybe him. He was an old soul, I've heard. Yeah. You heard?
Yeah. I got out of school when I was 15.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that just makes me really sad for that guy. I would say if your wife is making you choose between her or your kid, and she's unwilling to reason, sounds like she's jealous that you have a past. At least.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, beyond that, she's just stupid.
Yeah, maybe.
It's just like it's 15 years old child.
Yeah, it might even go as deep as she's a daughter and you might give her attention and that's the attention she wants on her and that's why she wants her out. That's what I think, is that she wants all the attention on her and so that's why she wants her out. And because you're putting so much effort into actually trying to help your kid, she's not having it. I don't know. I feel like it goes even deeper than that. She's the one that needs to go to therapy.
Advice, divorce.
Divorce
that bitch. Yeah, exactly. How would you give the kid advice if you had a 15-year-old daughter and a broken household? What would you try to do for the failing classes and the attitude's normal? Yeah. That could even be hormonal. You just respond to things in a way that you can't really control when you're a kid.
Yeah, especially with multiple houses too. I was that kid that had dad divorced, mom divorced, dad twice divorced. I was jumping houses. I felt resentment from certain step parents and that kind of thing. So that's normal. I think what he's doing is fine. He's looking into therapy. I don't think there's anything wrong if you have the means to incentivize good grades necessarily. I would go about it maybe in a different way. And if you tried other ways and being like, hey, you get $20 if you get a B.
This sounds like a good dad though. I feel bad for his mental state. This has got to be a tough thing to even consider. If this is real, this is terrible. I feel bad for him. And the girl. I mean, obviously she has a okay father at least.
Yeah,
at least
he cares and he's doing what he thinks is right.
Yeah.
I think that's okay.
Being a 15-year-old is hard. I wish your wife understood and remembered when she was 15. I promise you, she probably wasn't that delightful to be around either. I don't think it's unreasonable to divorce her for this. It's crazy that she's making you choose between her or your daughter. Literally, who in their right mind would start something like that with a 15-year-old? Yeah. Oh, apparently there's some dark past about his wife anyways. Yeah, that bitch.
Yeah, it sounds
Divorce
like
her.
She's just a bitch.
Get her away from the children too. Yep, children always come first.
Yeah, it's probably not helping your kid either. She probably feels clear resentment from her, Okay.
This is up.
I need to brace myself.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think my dad, I can't even read this.
I'll read it.
Okay.
I hope this is fake. I think my dad killed my mom. What do I do? My mom died 28 years ago from a farming accident. I've asked my dad multiple times before what happened that night, and every time it's a different story. My whole family has always thought he killed my mom, but I've always held out hope. He's back in jail right now being charged with a conspiracy to kill and counseling for murder. He got caught trying to kill my stepmom. Is this real?
What?
And he's being tied to an overdose for a woman he beat really bad a few years back. I just recently got my hands on my mom's autopsy, and it doesn't line up with his story, but it does line up with his patterns.
This is crazy.
I will say that I no longer think it was an accident. He was investigated that night, and my grandpa said the detective had thought he did it, but didn't have enough evidence. What do I do?
What the
Dude, what?
This is insane.
Call the police. Again,
Call the
open up
police.
the case. Open up the case.
What's the new evidence though?
I don't know.
I think he did it.
The autopsy didn't match up.
Well, with his story, but I assume they already got his story.
I guess.
I feel like that's gonna be a tough one. That's
Damn.
f***ed up.
If this is real.
Hey, guess what? He murdered your mom.
He
guess
tried to
what?
murder, or he did murder her?
Tried.
He got caught trying to
Yeah,
murder.
and he's being
stepmom?
tied to an overdose for a woman he beat really bad.
Who is this?
Some evil guy, Hannibal Lecter
Oh my gosh.
or something. This guy's
This is crazy.
this guy.
Don't come
Farming
to Reddit.
accident.
Go to the police. I don't know.
What do I do?
I have no idea.
Maybe Reddit has good advice though on this.
Yeah, let's see.
Take the autopsy to the police report and ask them to reopen the case.
Yeah.
Do I talk to a lawyer before I do this though? Like I don't even know where to start. I'm just trying to keep my head above water, but every time I learn more, it just gets worse. Talk to a lawyer to get advice on what to do. Report this to the police ASAP. I'm so sorry. This is truly horrible. You can contact the police and ask them to reopen the case based on the fact that he has a pattern. But if there wasn't enough evidence, then there's unlikely to suddenly be enough now. That's what I'm. That's what
Especially
I
with it
feel
being
like.
28 years ago.
Yeah.
Dude, if it was my mom though, I'd be
Oh yeah.
going hard.
Is this a girl or a boy?
I have
Male?
no idea.
I would kill my dad if he did that.
Okay.
I'd be in jail.
I have no idea.
There's got to be like a level of evidence now. He could probably be retried if he's in trouble for trying to kill a stepmom and maybe OD. I don't know anything about law, so I'm not going to pretend like I'm. But I would assume that there's a way to get someone retried if you can put together enough evidence.
Yeah, I wonder if there's anything about like life insurance policies that he's changed, like if there was something changed with his wife's and maybe his stepmom's and that kind of thing, because that's really common.
I would assume that's like one of the first things they would look at.
You'd assume, but sometimes it gets looked over. I've gone over like cold cases where they had to go back and see that stuff, especially like years and years previous, like 30 years ago.
Interesting.
Yeah. Damn.
Farming accident.
Sorry.
This guy's a murderer.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Your dad's a murderer, bro. That sucks. Silly little actions that I've recently started doing that have been frustrating my girlfriend.
Oh.
I'm 28 and have been living with Mrs. for about 4.5 years. Recently, I've been doing brain dead shit that is annoying her, and I don't know why I do them. For instance, I didn't shut the fridge properly a few times. Caught in time, don't worry. I didn't turn off the shower properly a few times. I left the back door unlocked. Just little stupid things, like I've never done these things before prior to living with her, and for the first few years of living together, I wasn't doing these things either. I just don't understand where these behaviors have come from, because I don't want to be like this. There's not a lot to go off of, to be honest. Shut the fridge?
I don't know. This one's kind of dumb.
Yeah, this is stupid as shit.
I don't know.
I accidentally sent my family Rule 34 and can't delete it.
I don't know what that means.
I accidentally copied and pasted a crazy pic of R34 that I was going to send to my friend and mess with him because he's into that kind of stuff. But I had messages open to a family group chat and sent it there instead. I don't know why my brain didn't check to make sure I was sending it to the right person. I guess I just forgot. I had messages open and auto-piloted. But anyway, the whole group chat has seen it pretty much, and I'm scared to show my face. What do I do?
I don't know what that means.
Rule 34 is the internet rule that anything you look up will have drawn on it. Anything that exists. So if you look up keyboard, Rule 34, there'll be keyboards that are getting and stuff.
I don't
He accidentally
understand.
sent an insane Rule 34 photo
Oh, okay.
to his family group chat.
Not like the meaning of Rule 34?
No, he sent a Rule 34 pic. A crazy pic of Rule 34.
Okay, so if I looked up like pants,
Yeah, that's a pretty tame one, but yeah.
okay.
Yeah, if you looked up like
Monkey,
Hammurabi's Code, Rule 34, that would probably pop up something. Wouldn't it, Clint?
that is.
Yeah, a lot of them are like characters.
Yeah, like any character that exists, Rule 34.
Why do you all know this?
This is like ancient internet history.
Oh,
Yeah, this is like very, very old.
I've never heard of this in my life.
You ever heard of Blue Waffle?
I have heard of Blue Waffle. Is that around the same time?
I mean, that's when I learned about it.
Okay.
It was like one of the first things I learned about it.
Okay.
Was
People
Blue
said,
Waffle.
Start packing your bags, bud.
Yeah, you're sorry, buddy. I'm scared to Google what's R34. Internet Rule 34 is that someone somewhere has made a version of it. I like this cute guy, but he's out of my league. I, 22, met this guy, 22, at my new job. He's very nice and very handsome. Objectively, I'm not conventionally attractive. I wouldn't call myself super ugly, but it's impossible to deny that he's out of my league. We chat often and have gone on a couple of times as friends, and I feel that we get along very well. So I wanted to ask, people that have successfully gone out or made out with someone out of their league, how did you do it? Well, this one's for me.
Oh my God. You're silly.
There's a mustache hair that keeps getting in my nose, and it's making my nose
get
tickle
it?
really. Yeah.
Oh, I can see it.
Really?
Yeah. Oh my gosh, it's like straight. Can I pull it?
Why is it going in my nose?
Okay, maybe. Let's see if you fixed it. Yeah, you got it.
Okay, thank God. It was really bothering me. This whole like last 10 minutes I've been
it
like,
was literally
ugh.
up in your nostrils.
I would say just shoot your shot, I guess. Why not? Why think about it?
You're not out of my league, but you just...
Why even think about it, though? Why would
Why
you
even
even
think about
consider that? If something's out of your league, why not just like think about people if you just like being around them? I think the first part of it is you should just try it.
But how would you try it?
I don't know. I mean, because there is a possibility that this is just a guy who likes you as well as just a friend.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
And it will never work out.
Yep, for sure.
So I don't know. I mean, I would say just maybe like start gaming with them.
Yeah?
Gaming with people. This is what I would do
Okay.
if you were objectively out of my league and I wanted to go after you.
Okay.
We'll pretend it's you, okay? And not some other person.
Okay, we'll pretend it's me.
And let's say it didn't work immediately and I didn't just shoot my shot first chance I got.
Okay.
Let's say I waited like a normal person.
Okay.
I
You
would
didn't.
try to talk to you more.
Yeah.
I would try to talk to you more. I would ask you what your Discord was.
Okay.
And then I would ask if you wanted to watch a movie on Discord.
That's a good one.
Probably.
Movie's good.
Yeah, on Discord.
Because that's more, it's a far enough date.
Yeah.
But it's kind of a little date.
And then kind of, because obviously, you know, if you're not friends, or if you're just friends, there's no like door open. We're not going to hang out in person because you're long distance. And this has to be realistic.
Yeah, good.
I would say a few movies, and then maybe just start asking questions about things you want to know about the person.
Yeah.
And just learning more about people. Because I think that, like after a certain point, the objective attractiveness becomes completely irrelevant.
Absolutely.
No matter what in every relationship.
Absolutely.
And it could be when you're 40.
Yeah.
It could be when you're 35.
Yeah.
It could be when you're 30, or it could be when you're 70. But at a certain point, you go from being you see each other as two objects that are aesthetically pleasing, to just like, you want to hear that person's voice and you want to know what they think.
Yeah.
And that type of thing.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's a large facet of what a good relationship is anyways, no matter what, from the very beginning.
Yeah, have a friendship first.
Yeah.
I mean, that is kind of what we did. Like, we became friends. It wasn't a very long time.
Yeah.
But we got to know each other before I came out and met you, and
I didn't have to try very hard.
you didn't. You're just yourself.
Yeah, I mean, I like talking to you. It was fun.
Yeah, and
I just like asking questions and
Obviously, I
stuff.
thought you were attractive right away, but I think, I mean, who knows? I mean, you're saying he's very nice and he's very handsome, but give it a month, give it 2 months, give it 3 months. Maybe he's an asshole.
Yeah, just talk
Figure
to
that out
Yeah,
first.
talk to him, get to know him, ask questions, ask things that like not, I wouldn't say annoying hypotheticals.
Yeah.
But just like, what is this person interested in? Because not everybody cares about who's objectively attractive and who's conventionally attractive, and like that's not a thing. And just because someone is attractive doesn't mean they're conceited and shallow-minded.
Yeah, I think you can tell if he's interested in you too after a while. You could shoot little flirty things here and there and see if it's reciprocated, and if it's not, it's probably not. He's not. Guys just work like that, I feel like. If you're flirting, I feel like is it obvious?
But with what?
Like if you liked me, for example, or sorry, if you didn't like me and I said something, flirtatious, like, oh, you should take me out to dinner sometime, and you're just like, I'm good. Like, I feel like guys are pretty
know.
straight up.
No one has ever suggested that I take them out to dinner or done anything like that, so I don't know.
But I flirted with you so much.
If you didn't like take me out to dinner sometime, I was already like, let me take you out to dinner.
That's true. This guy was all caps when it
Yeah.
first.
Help! Help!
That's funny.
That's what I did.
But I think that's good. I think that you
worked
guys
very well.
just continue to hang out and feel the vibe.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I think that's sage advice.
Yeah.
A lot of people say make them laugh, make the other person laugh, which that's just like, that's
I mean,
just normal though.
Yeah, that's not.
It's just normal.
That's not gonna make him like you. That's
Yeah.
just.
When
Be yourself.
when they say like, how does Short King get a girlfriend? He has to be funny or whatever, and
Yeah.
they say like ugly people and they have to be funny, or short people have to be funny or whatever. There's like a bunch of stereotypes and tropes.
Yeah.
That isn't really that true. It is a little
No.
bit, but
Yeah.
like part of being able to make someone laugh is you just get along well. Because
Yeah.
that doesn't mean you have to be good at telling jokes.
Yeah, it's
It
a
just
whole
means-
personality thing.
Yeah, you have to be compatible, and you have to want to hear each other talk and say things and make each other laugh through that. Because we laugh at a lot of stupid shit.
We do.
There's no punchlines.
No.
It's just sound.
Yep.